Hi, my name is Keith Kruger, and I want to share with you one of the most effective methods I know for managing and prioritizing your time. Let me start by asking you a question. Do you manage the day, or does the day control you when you get to work? Have you ever had one of those days where you get to work and you run around doing so much stuff, and at the end of the day when you get in your car to go home, you remember the one or two important things that you were supposed to do, and you feel frustrated? I'm sure we've all had days like that. A wise friend of mine once said, "You can't control time, but you can control the activities within that time." The million-dollar question is, how do you do that? Let me share with you a technique that I have found very useful over all the years that I've been in management. And I call it the cookie jar of life. Yes, I know, you must probably be thinking, what has the cookie jar of life got to do with time management? But just bear with me. Let me show you over here. This is what I call the cookie jar of life. And bear with me, I know my artistic abilities are not that good. But let's put it down here. The cookie jar of life. Now, let's for 1 minute think, this is the cookie jar, and into this cookie jar, you place 6 big rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now, into this cookie jar, you place some smaller rocks. Over here, this depicts the smaller rocks that we put into our cookie jar. And the cookie jar is not yet full. Now, let's assume into this cookie jar, you pour some additional sand and gravel. The sand and gravel is depicted over here. Put it through the top, and it will fill all the small gaps and holes in the cookie jar. Is our cookie jar full? No, not yet. What we can then do is take a jug of water and pour water into the cookie jar. And the water will flow in and it will fill all the gaps and the spaces within our cookie jar. Yes, I know you must probably think, again, what is this got to do with time management? But just bear with me. Now let's assume we take this process and we do it in reverse order. We start off by pouring the water into this cookie jar. We then take the sand and gravel, pour that in. We then drop in the smaller rocks. And finally at the end, we try and drop in the 6 big rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What will happen? This jar will overflow and everything will end up in a mess. And that is sometimes the way we run our lives. We run around and we do all the unimportant things, the urgent things on a daily basis. And then at the end of the day, we try and force in the 6 big rocks. And what happens? Everything ends in a mess. Now, the only way you can fill this cookie jar is to start with the 6 big rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's what I really want to urge you to do on a daily basis. Every day before going home, or the first thing the next morning, write down a list of the 6 most important things you've got to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 most important things you have to do that day. And then each day, try and do 2 or 3 of the items on that list. Some people then say to me, okay, that's very good and well. However, I have a list of 12, 15 things. If you have that, what I then suggest is write down your list of 12, 15 things, but take a highlighter pen and highlight the 6 most important things you have to do, the 6 big rocks. And every day, try and accomplish 2 or 3 of those things on your list. If you do that, you'll control the day as opposed to the day controlling you. And I guarantee you will be successful. Thank you for taking time to listen to the management tips. Thanks very much.